Good evening, good evening. Thank you for coming to my class. So, listen, guys, I know you're going to archive this, but I think I showed you the sheet before. Let me see if we can get it in there. That's the test sheet. If you can get it from Amazon, go ahead and get it because I want you to test yourself. Okay, I want you to test yourself. Okay, do not write in your books. Let me see if I can get this up here because I have that background on there. You can't see it, but this is it right here. Okay, and this is it's like an old school test sheet. Okay, I might have it in there on one of my chats, but I want you guys to make sure that you are doing your studying. Okay, now, learning to code, like I said, if it's not for you, if it doesn't work for you, I would just do the medical billing. Try the medical billing. But coding takes, it takes time. It takes, a minute to kind of get used to the books. The coding book, the CPT, I told you guys I saw that book on Amazon for the $88, and I think it's good. It's a 2025. I think it's good. I think you guys should go ahead and order that if you want to. Now remember, and the Sapphire Academy. So I kind of revamped Sapphire Academy a little bit. In Sapphire Academy, the books are going to be included in the Sapphire Academy. I don't have any more grants, and that grant for that class to fill is gone. So that was for February, so that's already done. So tuition for Sapphire Academy is back to the normal tuition. Okay. If I do get another grant at some point, I probably get one like in June. I get one in June, and usually like I get something around Christmas. This one is gone, it's running out. So that's why Sapphire Academy is back to its regular 1300 $49. But I added the books in there so that would take a little bit of leeway off of some of my students that actually are new coming in. Again, if you need to make a payment plan, that's fine. You guys know I do a payment plan. But as far as YouTube, your classes are free on there. So, don't be afraid to jump into the coding. There's other ways that you can learn besides doing Sapphire Academy. But Sapphire Academy has an abundance amount of stuff in there that is also going to help you with your CPC. I've just changed my schedule around to have the Sapphire classes for 4 days a week. Some of you who are already in class, I kind of include you to make sure that you come to the class or make sure you archive those chats. Those chats will not be on YouTube. I wanted to figure out a way to how to make those chats just membership only, but I have to complete my partnership before they let me do that. So those classes will remain in the Sapphire class. But don't worry about it. You will still get enough to put you in the right place. So remember, you're going to teach yourself with the step-by-step coding book. Okay, I don't need to put the book up. We put the book up several times, so I don't want to continue to do that here. When I do the Sapphire classes in Sapphire Academy, I normally kind of put the books up, or I kind of put something up that we're going to do. But in the YouTube class, I want you guys to just make sure that you get your books. So your step by step is one of your main books. It's one. I'm gonna put the chat up in case you guys come in. The step by step is one of your main books. Okay. Um, you want to get that one, and you want to get. Okay, I think I got that. You want to get that one, and you want to get your CPT book, your Hicks Picks, right? The Hicks Picks book, I just ordered that book. Well, I've already had it, but I got the 2025, but it's the same thing. And the Hicks Pick book, I don't normally go over early. I kind of go over that at the end of the course mostly. But I want to go over that, and I think I've got you guys scheduled for tomorrow to go over the Hicks Picks book. Because remember, some of the anesthesia was in the Hicks Picks book, the modifiers, okay? And there's a lot of things in there that are a little bit funky that I want you to also look at. Okay, so just be precarious of that. In your Hicks Picks book, you will still go through it the same way you're going to go through your CPT, same way you're going to go through your ICD-10. Okay, now again, we are just coming out of the surgical section. the integumentary section you guys are going to be doing. So, and also remember, you need your CPC guide. Okay, you will also need your CPC guide. So set yourself at a pace where you can study your CPC guide along with doing your surgical sections, because that's going to get you ready to take your exam. That's going to get you ready to take your exam. That's the reason why I put those two together, and they are more advanced. Now, when you do Sapphire Academy, there are a lot more resources in there for you, and you can do one-on-one with me. But you also get one-on-one here as we do the chats. If you have something you want to ask me, you can go ahead and put it in the chats, or you can go ahead and DM me. So discussion board is in the Sapphire Academy. That's how we do discussion. Or, when I'm doing the Zooms or the Teams, that's the way we do them. So here, I want you guys to make sure that you are on track. Now, the HCPCS class, I'm trying out this new playlist that they have. It's supposed to be class playlist, but I have to see, how it is, because I don't want nobody controlling none of my work that I do. Because I had a software one time before. I forgot which one it was, and they literally controlled your work. So that's the reason why I did the Sapphire Portal Teams. But again, you can always, I don't know why this keeps going out. You can always DM me if you have any questions, okay? You can go to my website, okay? Go to my website and then go to my bookstore. My bookstore is Black Phoenix Sales, okay? And then you can kind of look at everything that's in there. But if I get another grant, I'll probably be sometime in June. I probably will get one. If I do, then it will go. Then the tuition always goes down when I get those grants. But now at this point, I want you to make sure you at least try to get the medical terminology book from Amazon, because that book has your medical terminology tests in it. Okay, so the Sapphire Physician Coding Series 2. Sapphire Physician Coding Series 2. Okay, this is, let me see if we can get it in here, because I got the back screen on. You can't really see it. There it is. So this is your medical terminology, okay? So y'all know I always go over the books when I come on, but just make sure you get that CPT book, okay? Remember that flash that I put up there, emergency, because you know how they are. Amazon will have that book for like 2 days, and then boom, $88 is gone. I mean, I saw one that was like a 2022 for $249. I couldn't believe it. But catch Amazon and get your CPT book. I'm pretty sure it's new, okay? So again, we are going to have also a HCPCS class, and the HCPCS class is going to be tomorrow. Okay, normally I do that like at the end, but I've kind of revamped Sapphire Academy, and I figure I'll go ahead and put that out there for you guys. The Sapphire Academy will have longer class. So Sapphire Academy is from 9 to 2. Sapphire Academy is from 9 to 2, 4 days a week, 9 to 2. So I can't like set a real schedule that I can kind of keep on YouTube, because I've tried that 100 times to keep a steady schedule for YouTube. But know that I will always come on with yours next chat, okay? I will always come on with your next chat. And you see that this class is 610933, okay? All the classes are labeled, okay? So I want you to make sure you get your step-by-step book, okay? Learning to code it's literally paying attention, having your CPT book, highlighting differences in codes that look alike, and knowing the verbiage and the terminology. That's how you're going to get passed. That's how you pass any test. You have to speak their language. You have to talk their talk. You have to know what you need to do. And that's in anything, okay? I want you to make sure that you have everything that you need to take your exam, okay? The exam, like I said, go to AAPC. Go to AAPC. I don't have Twitch on tonight, so tomorrow I'm gonna have Twitch on. So you're gonna go here, AAPC.com. You can go to AAPC.com and check that out, okay? I want you to check out what they have on their tests. I also want you to check out different tests that they have. I have people that are interested in the billing. They have a certification, is certified professional biller. Okay, you are going to also look at that. Okay, so tonight, excuse me, I started to send you my Zoom that I did for class today. But I have no idea how to do it. I think I save it and then I can send it here for you. And the reason why I was going to do that is because I wanted you to see a little more. In my Sapphire portal, I can record more information than I can here because I'm almost like limited. If I use a background like this in Sapphire Academy, I don't get that. Look at my hand disappearing. I don't get that. And I don't even have my green screen in back of me when I am in the Sapphire portal. When I'm in OBS or XYZ, I'm presuming I don't have my green screen in back of me. That's why it's kind of doing the boogles. Okay. So again, I did not put I didn't put the other screen up, but because I'm saving HixPix for tomorrow. I don't even want to show you the book. Okay, but I do want you to pay attention to the illustrations in all books. Pay attention to the illustrations in the CPT book. Pay attention to the illustrations in your ICD-10. Pay attention to the illustrations in your HixPix book. Okay, tomorrow we are going to do HixPix. I'm going to start at 8 o'clock or try to wait till people come home from work. Like I said, Sapphire Academy is from 9 to 2. And when the days I don't do Sapphire Academy at 9 o'clock, that's when I kind of push you guys in. But I try to fluctuate based on, when you guys are working and when you guys are home. So in this classroom, we don't want you to feel like, coding is so difficult. That's why I want you to start. Those of you who missed the class from the beginning, I want you to start from the medical billing. Go to that playlist and you're going to start from the medical billing. They've got this new playlist for class. I put the HixPix in there. I don't know if you guys can see that thumbnail or not, because this is the first time I put something in that class file. I'll probably go ahead and make another playlist and put it in there as well. But you guys go to the medical billing playlist and start from day 1. When you finish with those classes, then you move to medical terminology. Okay. You need your language of medicine book with that. Okay. You need the language of medicine book. And you can get that one from Kindle, or you can get that one from Elsevier too. Okay, in the Sapphire Academy, your books come with your program in Sapphire Academy. You do not have to purchase books, but at least you do have the Kindle that you can look at. Those links that I put in that description below are for those books. They give you that free 35% book, which I think is good. It gives you that, what is coding about? Is coding for me? Once you try it, you may feel like this is for me. Go to Amazon and you can get that medical billing and coding Q&A book. You can try that before you decide to take any of my classes, even if it's the free classes that are actually here. Now, the free classes here, you don't get the full program, but you do get enough to put you in the right place. If you are excellent at self-study, if you're excellent at setting time for yourself and committing to learning the coding, you can do it. You can do it. So if you do, even if you do the 2 hours for 3 days, that's fine. You should be able to retain something. What I would do is in the surgical section, because we just started the surgical section, your step-by-step book has tests in there as well. So as you go through your step-by-step book, take those tests. Take those tests. The answers are in the back of the book. You may have odd or you may have even. If you've got some that you don't see the answer to, let me know. I will give you the answer to them. My books are all teacher books, so they have both. They have the odd and the even numbers in there, okay? I don't know how many of you want me to check it, but I will, okay? Now, same thing for your CPC. We are in integumentary. You guys should have finished those tests that are in the CPC guide. If you do not have your CPC guide, you must go to AAPC and get your book. Okay, they may have it. Well, we checked. Did we check last chat? They didn't have it on Amazon. You're going to have to go to AAPC and get that book. You need to have that book. If you guys are planning on going on to your CPC, you must have this book, and you have to, listen to me, you have to master this book. Take your test 3-4 times. I don't care how many times you take it. When you get an 80 3 times in a row, then you know you're good to go. Okay, you know that now you are used to going through your CPC guide, because that's what AAPC is about. They want you, again, to master these books. You get used to these books. Do the medical terminology first so that you can be abreast on medical terminology. And this is for those who are not working in a hospital, are not medical terminology savvy, are not even, coming from a whole different office. Start with the medical billing, because that's going to give you what is an HMO, what are PPOs, what are revenue codes. Yeah, there is coding sections in the medical billing. Remember, we talked about that last week. There's a CPT section, ICD-10 and a HCPCS. It's a small section, and it's just giving you like a little introduction to the coding. If you want to do that, you can. But if you're going to go on and do your coding in your CPC, you need to go ahead and head straight for medical terminology. There are about 23 classes that we did in medical terminology. So you're going to just start from 1 all the way down. How you do it is, because I get a lot of questions on how will you coordinate yourself on the YouTube. You will combine the videos with your book. This is considered your lecture. It is considered your lecture. You're just combining this with the workbook and the reading book, and you are doing your practice at home. Your practice is your coding questions that are in the back of your book. Your practice is your medical terminology questions that are in the back of the book. The orange book has its tests in it throughout. All of the pages that you see in that book has tests throughout, and that's the one. You get that one from Amazon. Get the medical billing and coding Q&A from Amazon, and you can get the medical billing book from Amazon, because there are some that just want to know. I don't want to do the class. I just want to know about it. I just, a friend of mine is doing it, and I just want to see what it is. That's fine. Get the medical billing and coding Q&A book so you can see what it is, okay? Or you can go through some of my chats and you can see what it is about. There is also an orientation chat here that you guys can also do. Okay, so again, when you learn to code, you have to see what works for you. How are you going to study? Is this really for me? Okay, so don't worry about how you're going to complete it. Just figure out if it's for you. Don't go halfway through. You go, oh no, I just want to do medical billing. You can do medical billing. Maybe you're already working in a hospital and you just want to test the water to see how the medical billing is. They are going to train you no matter what. They're going to train you. They are going to train you. Medical billing, when you go into the, I know I don't talk about medical billing enough. I'm going to use a little bit of time and talk about medical billing. I know, because you guys are starting to ask me about medical billing a lot, which is good. Okay, in medical billing, they're going to train you. Okay, you need a 6-month course of medical billing. Okay, if they ask. Okay, in my medical billing course, it is a course for 40 weeks. That 40 weeks was crammed into 15 sessions for YouTube. There are 3 different sessions. I have a fast track session, a 20-week, and a 40-week session. That 40-week session is 6 months. Your full class is 6 months. When you see me doing 1, 2, 3 chats in a week, you're getting the same. You're getting the same work at probably 25% in that amount of time. So when you see people do something on a fast track, you getting the same amount of work. You just doing it all day. Instead of you doing 1 hour or 2 hours, you're doing 4 hours or 5 hours a day. You see what I'm saying? So it's pretty much the same. No, the YouTube classes as a whole, you probably get a lot less. You might get like 35% of what they actually get in the Sapphire Academy. Okay, but it still puts you in the right place. when you come to a point where you say, okay, I'm ready to join Sapphire Academy, that's up to you. You can. But what you get here on YouTube, I think is enough for you as a beginner to get yourself up to the advanced, the master classes, because you would get there. You would get there. And this is the reason why, because we're already on, I think this is it your fifth class, sixth class? I don't know. This might be your eighth class. I don't know what it is, but we've had a couple of classes in surgical guidelines and integumentary. The reason why I'm taking my time on that is because I need to make sure that you guys are clear on the surgical guidelines. Because when you are coding, there are do's and don'ts, okay, that you cannot do. So that's why you have to make sure you read the guidelines. You have to read the guidelines in everything. Your ICD-10, you guys already know. I know we did that already, but you have to make sure you read those guidelines. One of the reasons is AAPC will give you questions on the guidelines. They're going to want to see if you know how to navigate and look for something. They want to see if you know how to navigate and look in your CPT. Okay? And that is why you need to make sure you're using your index cards. I have 100 here. Using your index cards, okay? You have your boxes to separate them, to study for them, and you're using your test pages. You can make copies of this. Make copies of this. I look in my chats. I should have one there, and you probably can download this or something like that. But if you don't, just go in Google or YouTube and tell them you want an exam sheet. I don't know what you call them. Test sheets, active sheets, score sheets. Okay, and that's because I don't want you writing your book. Okay, don't write in your book. Okay. The only thing you're going to write in your CPT book is a note or some type of clue to get you to the right answer. Okay, to get you to the right answer. Okay, so in your surgical section, your guidelines must be read and they have to be understood. In the book that I gave you, that description below, okay, you can again use that book and read those guidelines. Let me head for that real quick. I thought I had it up. Okay, hold on. So, as far as the guidelines are concerned, all books have guidelines. Okay, well, our books. Okay, your CPT book will have guidelines throughout the beginning of each section. Okay. So y'all can open your CPT book, and I'm getting ready to open mine. Hold on. Don't forget that $88 on Amazon. I want you guys to have. Let me open this real quick. I want you guys to have hard copy. You can get both if you choose to, but I would prefer the hard copy because you are going to take your CPC with hard copy. Okay, as we work online, you can do both. Some people are not too book online savvy. I know I used to be. I do it online because it's a lot easier for me to show you what I want to when I'm usually doing the books. But today you guys should have your own books, and we're just kind of navigating through the CPC. So I'm at the category codes. You guys can stop right there at category. So there are guidelines in all of your books. Okay. When we do HCPCS tomorrow, I'm going to show you the guidelines. I'm going to show you what you need to do in there. And it's all about reading. It's all about reading. We go through the book step by step. That's why they call that book step by step. I'm going to drop it up here real quick. I don't know if I put it, I did put it below. I put them up below all the time. Okay, hold on 1 minute. So these two are together. I'll go ahead and put them there. This is it right here. So if you want to order it just from here, you can. I think it should. This link should take you straight to Kindle. I know about saying it right, Kindle. That just sounds like somebody's name. I don't know. Kindle? Okay, so that's that, and then here's your workbook. So here, this is your go-to. Okay, this is your go-to. This is your step-by-step book. Okay, this is what we are working in. Okay, this is what we're working in. Okay, and that step-by-step book, we will work through it all the way through your courses. Okay, if you have not done ICD 10 with us, backtrack and do ICD 10 if you want to try to catch up with us. Okay, your guidelines are so important. You will not be clear enough on how you're going to code when you're taking that test. I know the hardest part about coding, y'all know what I'm going to say, taking your tests and studying. When you actually get out there, we use a system that will help you code. Okay, there are rules and regulations also in this system. Didn't I know I got 1,000 chats in there. I have a chat on that. I demonstrated how to use the Optum 360. It's a code system that we use. You have some, they have different ones. I don't know if United Healthcare has a different one, but we use their product Optum 360. Okay, and I got to remind myself to put that down. I'm going to show you guys how to do that. Now, I don't know if it's just for the owners or if regular students can get that. I have no idea. But you guys can try it. You guys know what I'm talking about. Try Optum 360 and see if they let you do it. If they don't let you in, if they don't let you get that product, it's like you can get like a demo. If they don't let you get the demo, let me know. I'm gonna find my chat where I did the demo for you guys. Okay, I'm gonna find my chat. But the hardest thing that you're gonna do in the coding is going to be to pass your CPC. The best way you can pass your CPC is practice. You're going to get frustrated with probably pathology. But you may not even get pathology. They're going to give you your test and you may have this, you may have that, you may have that, but you're not going to have that. You see, if you fail it, you might have that on the one you get ready to take again. But the best way, the more you code, the more practice you get going through your book. Y'all remember what I said. Go through each page of your book. Each page of your book. Because that's the only way you're going to get used to your code book. That's why I would prefer you have the hard copy book. Okay, and in the hard copy book, you can make notes if you want to. Remember what I said, the proctor's going to look at your book, so only make a couple of sentences, but you can do that throughout your book. Okay, you can do that throughout your book. Whatever you need to help you, use it. Don't forget your calculator. Okay, I know some of you, I got 2 students I think is getting ready to take their exam, but most of you on YouTube, we all started on YouTube new, so most of you guys are new here, and you are beginning to. I'm pretty sure you're beginning to get to coding, because in evaluation and management, I was so proud of y'all. Everybody got it. Okay, I didn't get I didn't get more than 22, 23 emails, with a couple of issues from YouTube with E&M. So I think you guys caught on to E&M pretty good, but again, you need more. You know what I'm saying? If you need more, you're going to have to do Sapphire Academy. And Sapphire Academy, you don't have to come up with your tuition all at one time. You guys can make payments on your tuition. But if you've already started a course and you just need that coaching, of course, come on over and join us on YouTube, okay? We'll try to give you the best we can. But those of you who are starting right now, and we're on the surgical sections. The surgical sections is the beginning of your coding, okay, for surgeries, okay. Anesthesia, we've already done, okay. Radiology and path, we're going to do that at the end. Medicine, we're going to do that at the end. And this little portion right here, remember I told you, remember those 6 sections we went over? That might be on your test, don't forget, okay. The surgery section is just one of them, okay. The surgery section is just one of them. That's the one that we need to focus on as far as those big cases. When we get to medicine, I think you'll be okay with medicine. It's the same, like, even though evaluation and management was very long, we know that it was very long, but you guys got it. That was the main point, that you guys got it. Medicine, it might be a little bit of a pickle, only because of the so many there's drugs in there, so many activities in there. They have the diabetes in there, the cardiovascular, everything is in there. So you may have a fickle with it, but if you go work in a medical office, and that medical office have different types of specialties, that's where your medicine gonna come in good, because you're going to be familiar with all of that coding. You're going to be familiar with all of that coding. In my CPT book, before I even start, I try to read the guidelines first. So before you even start coding, read the guidelines first, okay? Because in your CPC book, that's where you're going to get your questions from. This is for YouTube. Sapphire, you guys already have that in the portal, but YouTube. In that CPC guide, you have exercises that you can do, coding exercises. In the integumentary system, they are mostly open and closed questions, but the last 3 are cases that you should be able to do by now. If you have trouble with those last cases, let me know. Those of you who was in my class in the beginning, when we first started, who are familiar, because you guys already read the information y'all needed to do, we did some demonstration, you should be able to do the coding. But if you can't, don't rush yourself. Take the step-by-step book and go back to ICD-10. Go back to the CPT coding. If you forgot, go back to the chat. So and remember, the chats are like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They all have numbers. See how this is chat 33? So when you're in this section, you're gonna go from 1, 2, 3, 4, and you're gonna see them. They're coded. This class is 6109Z. This class is 6109Z. I didn't put the Z on the end because I put the 33, but this class is 6109Z. So I don't know, anesthesia, what was it, 610114, something like that. But that's how you are going to stay on track. That's how you're going to stay on track, okay? So, again, I don't want you guys to miss out on that book in Amazon. It's $88, okay? It's 2025. You can take your CPC with a 2025. It's okay. You can have the year before. If you want the new book is $137. That's fine. Okay, but just make sure you get your books, because you are going to need them. If you're planning on taking your CPC, I would say if you started class with me, I would say, okay, you need to get ready for July. Get ready for July. That'll give you enough time to pay for your test, because remember, you have to pay for that test. So I think it's $400 something, and you have to pay for your AAPC admission. Your membership is $220, $220 or $210, but you're not gonna do that all at one time. Okay, you can do one and then you can do the other. They have what do you call those things, when you make your payments on, I can't think of it, like it starts with a K, craft or whatever it is, but you can make payments on it. And they have one where you could do, like, you can pay half, you can make 3 payments. So don't get discouraged when you have to register to take your CPC. Okay, they have payment plans across the board. Okay, you do not have to pay all that money at one time. Okay, you can do I don't know what it is, craft or something like that, and then you do a little bit here, a little bit there. So don't think you have to pay for all that money at one time when you take your test. Now, those of you who are wanting to do the licensed life insurance agent, the test is just as big as this one. It's your statewide exam. It's only like $67 though. it's gonna be a lot. It's a lot different of a career move than it is in the coding, because you pretty much gonna be independent. You're gonna get out there out the door and make your money. When you are a sales agent, you will be in sales. Okay, you won't only be selling that. I mean, you're going to be selling a couple of other things, but it's different. But it's still a state license. It's still your license. Just like if you go to any other state, just like CPC, you have to still be certified for that. Okay, no, you're not going to take the test all over. You're going to pay a fee, and then they're going to give you permission. So, those are the differences between the two things that you can do. Check out one of my chats to chat before if this is not for you, if coding or billing is not for you. But the gist of this is to get you used to having that study mode. Get that study mode, because no studying, no pass. No studying works. Even if you want to record something, if you're reading your index cards and you feel like you want to record yourself and then you want to just lay down and just listen to it, then do that. That will prevent you from having to, look at them over and over again. You can record yourself with them. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Hi, how are you? Absolutely. So if you want to have one class, you could actually have one class. Just do the medical billing. If you don't want to do the medical billing, you can actually just do a portion of coding, because that's the specialty that you're going to do. Okay? That's your specialty that you're going to do. If you say, no, Ms. Lambert, I just want to do OBGYN, then I'll just pay attention to OBGYN. You can do that in your own book. You can do that in your own book. If you have your step-by-step book, there's a section up there that's going to tell you, what sections you're in. Same surgical sections that we're doing. Okay? Just take your time with it. And again, if you guys, am I applying for a job? This one here. So, if you want to take it step by step, use your step-by-step book and go one day at a time. I would prefer you do the whole book because of the CPC. And that's the only reason. Okay? If you want to do one specialty, just do the one. And it's not going to hurt you. If you fail your test, take it again. Take it again. Okay? I think I put this one up when it passed. .aapc.com. Go to aapc.com, and then you can take a look at what's going to be on their exam. Okay? Take a look at something that, you go, oh, I know that section, cardiology. You can even print that stuff out. Just so you could have, print that stuff out on AAPC and look in the folder. Put it in a folder, and then while you're studying, even when we finish, you can start you do your practice. You can look at it, to get you used to it. Being that they shortened the test, you may not have 2.5 minutes. I think you got about 2 minutes, but you still want to practice on open and closed questions. Okay? Open and closed questions are going to be quick. You remember what I said. You're going to do those and you're going to get out of there. You're going to do those and you're going to get out of there. Okay? What else do we want to talk about? Your next chapter. Let me see what it is. So that's the Hicks picks, but we're going to do that tomorrow. So I'm not going to talk about that. So we've got the bucks up there. I'm heading for the step-by-step because I want to take a look at what the next chapters that we are doing. But again, I want you guys to go ahead and move on to your next chapter. I don't know why isn't it showing. Because this is your practice that you're doing, because that's the next one that we're going to do. But again, if you're not comfortable doing your guidelines, continue to do them. So where am I? All right, I'm just opening the step-by-step book. You guys should have your CPT book open. Just go to the first beginning of the sections let's say digestive system. Go to digestive system, and you still will see guidelines in the front of digestive system. Okay. The digestive system is going to be one of your surgery sections. Okay. And yes, that's going to be on your test. They're going to be talking about lips, mouth, tongues, pilate, salivary glands, things like that, esophagus, stomach, intestines. So go to just you can go to the front of that in your CPT book just to take a look at it, Okay. Let me see what's next. I'm all over the place. So musculoskeletal system will be next, but again, in the integumentary system, make sure you read the guidelines in front of those. Your surgical section guidelines. That's chapter 13 on 358. So if you got an ebook, it's chapter 13 on 358. Just make sure you get those guidelines down, okay? Those unlisted procedures, all of this is basically complicit with your CPT book. Okay, just make sure you look at it with your CPT book, okay? And there are several objectives. Just make sure you look at them, okay? So I'm basically going to go to same thing, chapter 14, your integumentary system. Now, the integumentary system we're actually coming out of, but the integumentary system is pretty tough. So I want you to make sure that you do the work from there. Okay, make sure you do the work from there because it's going to get you comfortable. It's going to get you comfortable with coding. It's going to get you comfortable with the medical terminology. It's going to get you comfortable with getting used to that coding talk, okay? And medical billing too. The billers, medical billing, when you do your medical billing study, I want you to take your time, okay? Use what you know. Okay, use what you know. Now, the step-by-step book is not going to have that medical billing in it. Step-by-step will have the business of medicine, which is in the CPC. Okay, the business of medicine, which is in the CPC. That's what it's going to have in there. And you can also use that for that if you choose to, if you've already got that book. If you're going for your certified professional biller, your CPB, okay, go to AAPC and you can get your guide for that. Okay, like ours is CPC, Certified Professional Coder. If you want to go on to Certified Professional Biller, then you are going to get the guide for the CPB. Right. You're going to get your guide for the CPB. Remember, what day was that? We went over that. That was the chat before. But I also put that Q&A chat that's below as well. So you guys make sure that that's what you're going to do. Okay? Because especially if you're just doing medical billing, you got to have more than what's in that class. You have to have more than just what I'm giving you on YouTube. Okay? You have to have more than that. So if you're not going to join Sapphire Academy and you're working on your own, and you have that CPC already, the business of medicine, okay, the business of medicine is your step-by-step, okay, and you're going to go ahead to AAPC and get their CPB. They have a CPC guide, get that, okay, you're going to also go by that, and you need your billing books, remember? I know, I always forget the name of the billing books. Hold on, I'm going to give you that real quick. Ford needs medical insurance and billing, okay? They're only up to the 17th edition, okay? Elsevier does not have an edition after 2026, 2025. 2026 is popping up the same edition. If you guys find one is 2026, it says it 2026, new one, let me know. So the one in Elsevier, when I put in 2026, it gives me the other one, the same one that we used, the last one, okay? So, and again, when we finish with our class, you still have your theory to do. You have your practice to do. And your theory is your reading. Here, we're doing the lecture in the class, and we're just putting you in the right place here. Let me go on. All right, so I was at the step-by-step book. I know y'all think we're kind of like ignoring medical billing. We're not, but we're just past medical billing. We're doing the coding. Okay, so again, read your step-by-step book. Do chapter 13, chapter 14, okay? 13 and 14. And this one will tell you about different formats, okay? The subsection is formatted on the basis of anatomic site, okay? And category of procedure. For example, an anatomic site is neck, and a category of procedure is repair. So you see how that talk is, that coding talk is, and pay attention to what they said up here when I said subsection. The subsection is formatted on the basis of anatomic site and category of procedure. That sounds like test to me. Okay, so that is a reason why you need to make sure you read and pay attention to what's up there. Okay, pay attention to what's in that step-by-step book, because that's how you're going to learn in the step-by-step book. Now, in the Sapphire Academy, this will be a little bit different, because those of you who do come to the class in Sapphire Academy, I'm in the classroom for 5 hours. So we can do more in a 5-hour period than I do in my 1 hour that I come on. But in my 1 hour that we do come on and that I am on YouTube, it's still putting you in the right place. And you'll be surprised. I want somebody to come back and tell me, how well they did, on their exercises. Tell me how well you did on your exercises. Let's see if you are getting it by me just giving you what I'm giving you. If you feel like you want to take a longer test, or you need to be more challenged, I'll give you a test if you want to see how if you want to be more challenged. But if you want to get all the other resources, or the HR questions, some of the pre-exams for AAPC, the HIM exam for AAPC, I pulled out one of the coding exams, and I wanted you guys to see one of my coding exams. All right, I don't know it. I pulled it out, but I have so much. I know. Next class, I'm going to show you on one of them. Okay, I'm going to show you on one of them. I don't know why this is like this. Okay, but anyway, when we get further down, that's when I'll start giving y'all the test, the big test. Not y'all can't get those tests, but I'm making an exception for those of you who think that you can pass one of those tests. Of course, I don't know why this is here. That you can pass one of those tests. I would give you absolutely an opportunity to take one of those tests, so you can feel comfortable. I mean, when you take a test, you want to see how well you. I mean, that's the purpose of us giving tests. Now, I'm not a number grading person. I hate giving people numbers. I like A, B, C, D. But in most cases, I do give numbers. When you guys do the medical terminology, I try to give numbers, okay? But your books are for you to study with, okay? Your books are for you to study with. And when I give numbers, I'm expecting you to also do well, okay? So just be precarious of that. All it takes is studying and perseverance, and you can do what you're supposed to do. Okay. Now we're looking at integumentary and the surgical guidelines. Make sure you read those surgical. I can't stress it enough about the surgical guidelines. When you get to integumentary, there's going to be guidelines in the front of that section as well. But here it's just going to tell you. I know you can't see what I'm showing you, but inside your book, and it's showing you the formats of the book. There's a lot of body system parts here, especially for repair, integumentary. That's what integumentary is going to be basically about. Patients with burns, patient with cuts, repairing, debridement, things like that. Patients who have tears, have rips, have cuts in their skin, basically integumentary. So you see how I'm putting my mind in that integumentary stage? When you start coding, your mind is in an integumentary stage, so you know what you're going to be looking for. If you're in that integumentary portion of your book, I'm pulling up my CPT. Let me get to integumentary. If I'm passing category 1, category 2, 3. Make sure you read that. Categories 1, category 2, 3. Okay. I'm not looking at the appendixes. Make sure you guidelines. Make sure you read about the add-on codes. I know, y'all know how I get it. I'm just reading through the book. Okay. unlisted procedures, place of service facility. We went over all of this already. You guys had class on this, but I'm just kind of clicking through. Don't forget those code symbols. Those code symbols in your hard copy book. You should have colors down, and you guys can make notes down if you want to, but they are down there. Okay. Those of you who missed evaluation and management, you need your CPT book, your step-by-step book. Okay. If you missed evaluation and management, that's how you're going to go back to it. Okay, hold on. Anytime you see a plus in front, you know it's an add-on code. Okay, if they have a question like that, like this one is a plus 11107. Each separate additional lesion, separately in addition to code, list separately in addition to code for primary procedure. Okay. I just threw that in. I just wanted to tell y'all what that part meant. I'm trying to get to the guidelines. So see if you can get to the guidelines. See some of these pictures. I can't even show you. Y'all can see some of these pictures, but some of these pictures I don't think I can put up. Abdominal wall with or without facial closure. So what they're talking about, abdominal wall with or without facial closure. Remember, integumentary is about skin. It's about repairing the skin. So what they're talking about, obviously he has a hole in his stomach and they need to close it. Okay. So if you got your CPT book, again, I'm just trying to get to the front. This is the book that I already gave y'all. You remember I told y'all there are a lot of stuff in here that you can use. So see, let's say right here, at the beginning of debridement, right? In debridement, there's a guide right here. Wound debridement 11042 to 11047 are reported by depth of tissue, how deep it is that is removed, and by surface area of the wound. Okay, surface area as in how big the wound is. The coding is going to be how deep the wound, based on how deep it is and how big it is. Okay, but they're not going to say how deep it is and how big it is. They're saying the depth. Okay, so just be prepared to that language, that that medical terminology language. Okay. So those are definitely the things that I want to be precarious about. Okay, just make sure when you do the coding, you are writing down anything that you're having trouble with. Okay, and then you're gonna go back to it. Okay, and it's all about studying. It's all about studying. And see, as soon as I finish with the class, I've already done the class, Sapphire class this morning. But as soon as I finish with you, I have to go back and study something else. You see, that's what it takes. Babies are not born reading as soon as they're born. They learn it. They practice it. It comes natural. Okay. So do not forget to study. I'm already 8:57. Do not forget to study. Okay. I'm dying to show you the Hicks book, but the Hicks Picks class is going to be tomorrow, so I'm not going to show that book. But those of you who are on YouTube, just follow your heart to what you want to do. Okay, I've seen a lot of people come on my Twitter, in regards to, they're getting laid off and this and that. And, I hate, it's so sad when you hear that, because when you hear people getting laid off, the first thing you think about is, oh my God, their house. Oh my God, their car. And those are the things that you think about. But when you have life insurance, let me tell you something. Life insurance has so many different things. It is ridiculous that you can utilize. An annuity, if you had an annuity, you can utilize an annuity if something like that happens. An annuity is if you don't have money to pay for your mortgage. If you lose your job, you can go right in. An annuity, like life insurance is for death. An annuity is for life. It's for people who are like if you need that money to do something with it. If you I'm pretty sure after she got laid off from, she loved the job so much. This was in January 25th. I do my job in a car. It's dark. I got my light on. I'm so and so. I love my job. And 7 days later, they fired her. I've just never heard of anything like that before. But I want you guys to focus. Okay, You can still have a job, and during the day you can still have a part-time job and do something on the side. If you do want to do the life insurance, you guys let me know. I'll put you guys in the right place. Okay. What we do is not just life insurance. They teach you how to do investments. They teach you how to do certain stuff because they want you to learn how to take care of your own finances. Because, like they said, it's about helping people. I know this the the Wi-Fi is going in and out. But the class is over. The class is over. We're gonna bunk right out in a few minutes. But thank you guys for watching. I'm gonna see you guys tomorrow. It's 8 o'clock. Please continue your reading. Get your CPC book if you can. Go to Amazon and get the other book. Okay, guys? I'm going to see you next time. If you have any questions, make sure that you DM me. If you have questions about the Sapphire Academy, make sure you DM me. Probably around June or July, I probably will get another grant so that I can put that discount out there for you. But right now I don't. But if you want to, like I said, if you want to do a payment plan, you can. You can do a payment plan on Sapphire, no problem. And Sapphire comes with your books. Your books for Sapphire is ebooks. They're ebooks because that's the only way that you can get them with the class. But feel free. You can always purchase a hard copy if you want to. Okay, so it's 9 o'clock. I'm going to relax right now, but I want you guys to study because I'm going to sit down for about 15-20 minutes. Then I'm going to study myself. Okay, so do not forget, I want you to get your CPC book, have your step-by-step book. Your links is down below. Your CPT links is also down below. Okay, so just make sure that you take care of that. Okay, I'm going. Any questions?